The creators of Soul Calibur and Tekken have taken their classic combat out of the ring and onto the streets in Urban Reign. The story doesn't have a lot of substance and the areas become extremely repetitive, but the multiplayer madness and variety of moves will keep you picking fights and unlocking new characters. Let brutality begin.
Take your ass somewhere else, homeboy.
Senseless violence is running the city of Green Harbor into the ground. All sides are on the verge of a massive gang war. In the single-player mode, you take on the role of Brad Hawk, a professional street brawler who was hired to bring down the heads of numerous gangs. As the leaders are taken down one by one, the truth slowly surfaces to reveal the true mastermind behind the chaos. The story develops only as a means to send you to different locations to fight different enemies. You also fight certain bosses again and again, which can make it frustrating when you have to face the same enemy even though you've already beaten him 2 or 3 times.
You wanna walk? Yo, take them all out!
With over 50 playable characters, you may find it hard to choose your fighter. There is definitely enough variety. Each character has a different style and moves, and members of the same gang tend to share the same abilities. The animation of each fighter is fluent and realistic, with 30 weapons to wield ranging from spiked baseball bats to swords and teddy bears. Bringing a weapon to a fight spices up the punching and kicking. The single-player mode in Urban Reign can get really challenging as you work your way up the chain of street thugs, badass bikers, and martial arts masters from multiple disciplines. You will frequently find yourself outnumbered and overpowered. Some of these levels let you bring a partner that you can switch to or let the computer control. Swapping back and forth is fast and effective, and having a teammate makes for some exciting double-team maneuvers, and they can save you when you need backup. With over 100 missions to play in about 13 different areas, you'll find yourself battling in the same locations more than once. These areas are interactive and well detailed. A lot of objects can be smashed by throwing enemies into them. Although the environments are destructible, none of the debris can be picked up and used as a weapon. Once you unlock free mode and challenge mode, you receive 6 more levels to fight in. The game also features camera control that can help you out of a sticky spot, but most of the time you're too busy fighting to change your perspective.
I'm gonna take you down!
The combat in Urban Reign is fast-paced and brutal, but more basic than Tekken or Soul Calibur. There's an attack button which is modified by the analog stick or directional pad to focus on the different regions of your opponent's body: upper, middle, and lower. This is important because you may find yourself on a mission where you have to break someone's legs, and you'll fail if you hurt them anywhere else. There's a grapple button used for various throws, breaks and wrestling moves, and to modify your striking attacks into special arts combos that may be used on more than one opponent. You will find yourself using these devastating attacks more often as the AI becomes relentless as you advance in the game. The more combos you pull off, the more your special arts meter will grow. There are also status power-ups that increase your strength and defenses. The R1 button will lock onto a specific target for combos, or you can simply change direction and use one combo on multiple thugs. A head-on assault can have good results, but if you try to punch your way through the game, you will find yourself on the ground getting smacked. The use of counter and evasion buttons will come in very handy. You can use them to dodge and set yourself up for a reversal, very similar to the way Jin Kazama or Paul Phoenix from Tekken would. These are useless against special attacks, however, which can only be countered by another special attack. Also, the run button gives you the ability to make slide tackles, dash attacks, and off-the-wall aerials. Weapons can be passed between characters, kicked out of the air, and thrown at opponents. They do a lot of damage, but can be hard to hold on to. Certain characters react differently with certain weapons. Those who specialize in swords can usually hold on to them while taking a beating. The multiplayer modes in Urban Reign are where all the unlockable characters pay off. there are enough fighters and weapons to keep the combat fresh and exciting each round. There is a single-player battle, 2-on-2, and 3- and 4-player battle royale. There is also a weapons battle in which players must fight for control of a single weapon, and a destruction battle in which you must destroy your opponent's object while they try and break yours. Urban Reign is a furious fighter that demands you master the offensive and defensive controls, or you're going to wind up with your face in the pavement. The areas can seem a little too familiar, and the difficulty level could get ridiculous. But once you maximize your street fighting skills, there's lots of fancy moves and animated characters that keep the combat entertaining enough to last you through the single and multiplayer missions.